Hey guys, Martin here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we have the details tweeted out for the AGL Kid Gohan EZA. This is something that I think a lot of people have been looking forward to. This guy is a really good support that supports all allies, so he could be run on like any team that he's on essentially and still be useful. He also has the heal active skill, which can obviously be useful in troublesome situations as well. Although, of course, with the EZAs, they can't change the active skill condition. And I know his is based on, like, being on low HP. But, I mean, in some of the tough fights, it's not exactly difficult to do. So, we're going to go ahead and take a look at him. We also have a brief news update of a couple of things that are coming out in the next couple of days. Most of which we knew about already, although we have got confirmation on what one of the stages is in terms of team, but we'll talk about that here in a minute. So yeah, we're going to just go ahead, jump in, go through his details. I haven't looked at them at all yet. As always, when I do these videos with the news reveals, I like to go in completely blind so that you guys get my genuine first thoughts and first reaction to what I think about the unit. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and take a look. So obviously, as expected, his leader skill is just both categories are now flat, 3 key 170 to stats. It's kind of what we'd expect to see. So his basic effects, 258% defense, all allies 3 key and 58% defense. So I believe that this hasn't changed too much. I might get the details for him here up quickly just so I can cross-reference them. Get his normal details up here on my phone. Yeah, so they've literally given him an extra 100% defense, and then the support is the same. So when HP is 58% or more, for once only activation, he guards for 3 turns, and gives all allies defense 15% for 2 turns when receiving an attack. So after he gets hit, all allies will then be getting 70% defense from him, but the 15%, yeah, for 2 turns. So if you're using him as a floating slot 3 support, it means he's still giving the units on the next turn another 15% defense as long as he does get hit at the end there. So that's interesting. Guard for 3 turns. I guess that kind of helps him out early on to get some like stacks in and stuff, because he is a stacker, or was. I don't think they'll have changed it very much. In fact, we can kind of see the super attack details on the left there anyway, so of course he's still a stacker. So that gives him a little bit of help early on. Then when there's another heavenly events or demonic power ally in the same turn, he gets another 158% attack and defense, damage reduction 58%, and then defense 58% when receiving an attack. So that's pretty good. Because he also has that all allies defense 15% for 2 turns when receiving an attack. It doesn't say self-excluded, so that means when he gets hit, he's actually getting like 71% defense. So with the demonic power ally on the rotation, the fact that he has like 416% like start of turn defense, then when he gets hit, he's getting another like 71%. So his defense is going to almost double like when he gets hit. And he's on demonic power, so yeah, like he's going to be on the new Mini Goku team. He's going to be getting support from like both the Mini Gokus because he's demonic power. And then after receiving an attack, he gets attack 158, chance to crit 58%, and launches an additional super attack for 5 turns. So that's pretty good. So even if he's a slot 3 floater, that will activate when he gets hit, and it will still be active on his next turn when he comes back around. So you can do a guaranteed additional super and get another extra stack. So I mean, early on, depending on your starting rotations, you probably want to keep him on the rotation that he starts on, so that then when he comes back again 2 turns later, he still has guard, has been hit, and then has that chance to do like 3 supers in a turn with the passive additional and the hidden potential. And then at that point, you could potentially float him off and him have relatively solid defense. Obviously, he does lose guard, and people I know are going to be mad straight away that he only has guard for 3 turns. I mean, as good as Goku is, people are mad that he only has guard for 5 turns. But I guess you get a few turns to stack up some defense, and then he still does have 58% damage reduction. That 71% defense when he gets hit is going to be doing a lot of work. Or is it 73? Yeah, 73, actually. I'm no good at maths. I've only been awake for like 45 minutes. Yeah, so this is a great improvement considering his pre-EZA was after receiving an attack, he gets 58% attack. Funnily enough, he actually had a guaranteed stun within the turn with his super after receiving an attack, which he now doesn't have. Which is kind of funny because in events where you could stun, that means that technically that is like a nerf because now he doesn't have that. It's kind of weird. But obviously that's not really super important. Everything else is considerably better. So that's pretty good. The interesting thing is, yeah, if on his first turn, if you're at like 57% HP, he doesn't get that guard activate thing. But in a way that could almost end up being good, where like if it doesn't activate, but then on that turn you're putting him in slot 3 and there's no attacks, he doesn't worry about getting hit anyway. Then when he next comes back around, if you're on 58% or more HP, then that activates then. So it's kind of interesting. But yeah, he certainly is going to be very strange. Oh yeah, when attacking with 12 or more ki, stuns the attacked enemy. Okay, there you go. So he just does that now. He doesn't even need to get hit first. He just does that now. So actually that is good. When attacking with 12 or more ki, I just missed that bit completely, I think, because he gets 258% attack, which before was 158%. Yeah, so that's good. He now doesn't have to get hit first to do that. So okay, that is a buff. Good. Okay, and then the details of his super attack effect. So infinite stack defense, greatly raised attack for 1 turn, immense damage with a medium chance to stun. Okay. So, well, I guess, yeah, I was going to say, if they gave his passive now he just always stuns all the time, what is the point of his super attack having stun chance? But it's because super attacks can stun for 2 turns, whereas the passive stun is 1 turn. So if he stuns from his passive, which is guaranteed, it will only be for that duration of that turn. If he stuns off of his actual super attack effect, then it will be for 2 turns. The annoying thing is you can never tell which one it actually is if it happens until the start of the next turn. But yeah, they've added in the fact that he greatly raises attack for 1 turn, so that's good. He could potentially get a decent attack stat out of that. And then he has the unit super still, which can be activated with a Piccolo or a Krillin, and they just have to be on the team. And now it's greatly raised defense, which is still the infinite stack, greatly raised attack, immense damage, and a high chance to stun. So I think that is basically all the same, except of course, yeah, they've made greatly raised defense as the actual stack, so that's really good. So basically, with the Daima Goku team, he's obviously going to have that new Daima Piccolo support unit on the team. So he's getting a greatly raised, so starting off like straight away, early first turn, he's got guard, he's going to greatly raise defense, then potentially get another like guaranteed additional super attack, which is obviously if he has received an attack, which I suppose turn 1 he could potentially be a bit risky for slot 1, but otherwise I'd say that that is pretty good. Like, he's probably not, as a floating support character, he's probably not a character that we were banking on becoming like a godly slot 1 unit, but I guess with like all the defense he's going to get when he receives an attack, and the guard combined with the damage reduction, combined with the Daima Goku support and all the support on Daima Goku's team, on his first rotation, as long as you're not in an event where the enemy is already hitting super hard from like turn 1, he probably could tank in slot 1, and then that gives him the extra attacks like super early. So yeah, that's going to be very interesting. I think he looks pretty good. Now remember, active skill conditions, as I said, don't change. So his active skill can be activated when HP is 58% or less once only, and it recovers 30% HP, guards all attacks for 1 turn, and raises all allies' defense by 20% for 2 turns. So in the combination with his active skill, and then him also getting hit that turn, he's giving 35% defense for 2 turns. Once you've used the active skill, you get the heal. And then obviously he then has guard again for that turn. So ideally you wouldn't want to use it within the first 3 turns, unless you really have to for the heal. But that does give him the ability to get guard again for 1 more turn. So yeah, I think he looks pretty good. Like I said, I don't know, especially for the difficult events, like slot 1 capabilities, but we'll need to see, because he gets so much defense when he gets hit. So if you have that really good first turn where he does like the unit super and then does like 2 additionals, his defense is already going to be at a pretty decent level on his next turn. And then when he gets hit, he gets 73% like extra, which is going to be like whatever you see on the team screen showing us his defense. He's basically getting an extra like 2/3 or 3/4 of that like added on top again when he gets hit, which is pretty good. And then obviously when he supers, he greatly raises again. So yeah, I think he seems pretty solid. I don't necessarily think, like, I don't necessarily read the details and be like, okay, well, he's just, you know, he's the new best EZA to UR, but he definitely looks very, very good. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. I feel like he is looking pretty solid. So let's go ahead and take a look at, we got the news update thing here on Dokkan Info. So just a couple of little bits in the news as well for the upcoming content. We're obviously getting the limited event for skill orbs for the manga units. This is coming out on Thursday, obviously at the same time as the banner. This is just to give you unique skill orbs for the manga characters. We haven't had the data download yet, so we don't know exactly what their unique skill orbs are going to do. Hopefully they are very good and give them a bunch of extra stats, right? Like the ones we've kind of seen before for some characters, where the bronze, silver and gold are giving them like an ability, like additional or dodge or something, but also giving defense. Would be very, very useful for these characters. And then we have the Stage of Super Battle Road, which we knew was coming, but has been confirmed, Stage 76, to be the Storied Figures category. So this one will be interesting. Definitely not the craziest team, but should certainly be fun to put together a team for that. So obviously we'll be doing that, getting the no items run done. I will be live on Thursday morning for checking out the new content and stuff. So yeah, only a couple of things in the news which we basically knew about already. The main thing being the Gohan EZA. And like that Diamond Goku team now has just so many units that are giving multi-turn support. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Are you looking forward to the Super Battle Road stage? What do you think of Kid Gohan's EZA? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.